Hey, what is up, guys? It is Business Pig, and welcome back to home. So last episode, we ended in this forest. We went down a path. There was lots of forks in the bushes. We had to find random things in the forest. I honestly don't know where to go from here, but I don't think we've explored over here yet. If I'm not mistaken, that is, because there's honestly so many doors, not just in this area, but in this game. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Maybe it is just the wind, or maybe not. Okay, see what I mean? There's already two different ways. Okay, so let's go through the door first. Check out what's in here. Factory I used to work in, and I heard that. Don't think I didn't hear that. One of the lockers was hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. I wonder. Stairs. Another door. Another door. Okay, what's this? There's a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. Is that a hint? The door was locked shut and there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign was posted at the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs." I think this box was a hint. I think we're going to have to power it now. Okay, let's explore this whole first floor first. Oh, the door was locked. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. But there's no power, so I do need to power that to open the door. What's up here? Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. Wait, what? I didn't click that. I clicked the bulletin board. Why did you go downstairs, man? The board contained yellowed clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Did Norman do it? Norman sounds oddly suspicious. Our old break table, the layer of dust and grime only made seeing the sting more. How long ago did you work here? Did they say and I just forgot already? Probably did. I'm not very good at remembering this stuff. Is this to the power box? A power panel. Looks like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Yes, you did, because you need to power that box. The power panel still wasn't working. Did I try again? That sounds like it's working to me. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out, and the face was unrecognizable. Was it my wife? Another power panel. You already know you push the switch. The panel seemed to be working again. Okay, so I can't... I'm no rocket scientist, but I'm pretty sure both of these panels are working now. Another door up here was shut tight. There was a rusty-looking card slot on the side. So I need to find a card for that door. And I'm assuming, since I opened both of these, that go down here, I can open this door. Right? I'm assuming so. Oh, no, there's only 2 that are powered. That's right, I need to do 5. Okay. Was there another set of stairs and I just missed it? Oh, there is over here. So I am really just blind. That's the only problem here. Uh-oh. The door is boarded up. That's never a good sign. The door had been hastily boarded up. I can see that. This was Norman's locker. Oh, Norman again! Norman's too suspicious. I don't trust him. I don't trust the name Norman. He sounds like he's the one behind all the problems around here. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Sounds like an untrustworthy guy to me. Another panel that I hoped could help me get the power back on. Did I push the switch? That one's working. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yes. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf, meaning it had been used recently. Maybe to board up the door? You never know. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yes, because that can unlock the one door. I slipped the key card into my pocket, because one of the doors has a rusty key card slot on it. And I already know that this card most likely goes there. Wait, why isn't that one working? That one's working. Why isn't this one? Oh, that one... Wait, was that one already working? Was that already green when I walked in? I feel like it wasn't. Oh, okay, I already read this. Can I use the hammer to pull these nails out? Struck with the hammer, the old wooden boards came apart easily. After I had removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. Why would you leave it on the floor? Take it with you. It's just another weapon at this point. This was my locker. There, in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. The floor was littered with old liquor bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol at his place. Who knows? Maybe it was you all along. So that takes care of that. So there's basically nothing else left for me on that floor. But I still have this door over here. I think it's here, at least. Yeah, this is the one with the keycard. Keycard I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use the keycard? Yes, of course, you have it. It's right there. Might as well try it. I slid the card through the old reader and turned the handle. It worked! What's that? I don't know if I want to do that yet or not. Let me just explore the rest of this place. The door had somehow locked itself again. There's no keycard slot on this side. Well, that's just not... I don't even know the word I'm looking for. I had a complete brain fire. That's just not well put together. What is wrong with me? Having a hard time thinking of that. That's just not good architecture. That's what I wanted to say, but that's not right. And that just... me having that thought just completely threw me off track. That's not well made. That's not very thought out. I'll say that for now and criticize myself more later. There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like I could jump to the room below. My leg hurt enough as it was, but I couldn't see another option. Did I jump? Might as well. Oh man, my leg hurts! Well, oh. Yeah, your leg's not looking too hot there. It's the back one. That room at the top of the plant, the one with all the bottles, it was really getting to me. Maybe I was just distracted. Who went up there and used that room? As I exited the factory, I didn't recognize where I was going. My head ached terribly and my leg was a mess. The factory door had locked itself behind me, but there was so much I didn't get to explore because there was a hole in the fence that I didn't even get to go in, and there was that door on the first floor that I also didn't get to go in yet. What was in those two places then? But I don't even go to them now. Wait, is this the hole? Or is this a different one? There's another door over here. What about the other side? No, nothing. I don't think that's the same hole, because I think I just came out a different area from the factory. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. Better get indoors, don't want to get wet. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for the faint sound of a television. Norman, are you home? Let's go up the stairs first this time, instead of exploring just one full floor. Norman! Are you here? What? One of Rachel's old autumn coats hung on a rack. It was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles. Even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots was empty. The gun I'd found seemed to match the others. The handgun was Norman's. What's he doing with it? The gun would have fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinet? Do I really want to give this Norman another gun? What if I keep it? Though it weighed on me. I had a hard time parting with the weapon just then. I don't know if I should just yet or not. Though, I do want to mention, because I kind of brushed over it, that is extremely suspicious that Rachel's jacket is in here. So no matter what, Norman's kind of... Oh no. Is this Norman? I couldn't believe what I was saying. Norman! One of the few friends I had in this town. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Norman, maybe you deserved better. You probably did. Did I close his eyes? Yes. Closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did so. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think any more about what was going on. Well, that's not good. Norman isn't the bad guy. I definitely had him pegged wrong. The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. I had him pegged wrong. I'm sorry, Norman. I thought you were the bad guy. But you weren't. Maybe Rachel's the bad guy then, because her jacket is here. And if Norman's dead, that could mean it's been Rachel this whole time. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. It kept it clean, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there. Interesting. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Might as well. Found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. You can use that as a lockpick. I learned that from YouTube. I want to say I learned it from a movie, but I don't know what movie. What movie did they do that in? I mean, I'm sure there's lots of movies they did that in, but like, what specifically did I see? What movie did I see where they did that? I don't know, I'm not sure. I feel like it was from a movie, not from YouTube, but we'll say YouTube for the sake of the story right now. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. See? Knew you could use it as a lockpick. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Interesting. What had I seen? Norman was dead, but I had no idea why. I didn't know how he could be involved in all of this, but the thought of him lying on the floor up there was sickening. The only comfort I had was the gun I still carried, but was it really a comfort or a curse? It's a comfort for now. The rain was coming down hard, but at least I was close to home. It wouldn't be long before I got my answers. There's 2, 3 doors. Am I just going in a loop? Is that what this is? Oh no, there actually are 5 doors. Well, that's not good. I had the wrong gate. This one was locked. This one opened. Do you have an end goal in mind? Like, are you going somewhere? Do you have a plan? Or are you just kind of wandering around the woods right now? The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out, as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Might as well read it. There was no return address, but the envelope was addressed to Norman. Carefully, I tore it open and looked at the letter inside. It read, "Stay away. She's mine." That was it. No signature, no other information. Did I send him the letter? I had the wrong gate. This one was locked. I keep making jokes about it, but my actual theory is that he is the one responsible for all of these murders and everything going on. And he's kind of fabricating a whole story in his head. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. Sorry, sometimes I have a hard time reading these because my brain tries to keep up with how fast the text comes up on screen, but then I read it aloud after, so it kind of creates a weird effect. I was expectant, but also afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of yourself? I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Oh, so the end goal was my house. Our house. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Uh-oh. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Only you can answer that. What happened to your memory anyways? The door to the basement, it was locked. Where did I put the key? The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. So many stairs. So much to explore in this house. This is a big house, especially for someone that worked at a factory. Our television, I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. And it's alright, we all do it. Upstairs. Just a keyhole. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in that house had some of the same books as I did. Maybe because the man is you. There was a suitcase on the bed. It was Rachel's. I remembered it from that trip we took out west. Did I open the suitcase? Yes. I wasn't sure what to make. Inside were a few days worth of clothes, some toiletries, a train ticket. I checked the date and time. It matched the receipt I found back in those horrible sewers. What was this? Rachel, who were you running away with? Oh no. Rachel was running away with another man. And I found out, so I murdered her and came up with this whole fabrication about me forgetting my memory and there's a murderer. Besides me, our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Another TV. Oh, a laptop. My laptop had been left on, only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Might as well, that might be the key for the door downstairs. You never know. Except that I do know, because I'm pretty sure the key is for the one downstairs. Okay, so I think that's it for this floor. And it looks like that's the top floor, so I don't have to worry about going back up there. Was it here? Front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though I needed to see if Rachel was here. Was it this one? I unlocked the basement door. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Did I take the key? Might as well. I don't know what it would be for at this point, but might as well take it. And I also don't know why it's in the trash in your basement, which was locked. That's not suspicious at all. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I had put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. And what could you find that's heavy enough? So I think this is the only floor where I haven't explored everything. The grimy key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. It looks like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? I also just found out while reading this that I can actually fast forward the text, which I've been looking for a way to do this whole game. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? Yes. I lifted the heavy crowbar. Oh, and this is where I felt guilty about buying the TV before I lost my job. Alright, so this... What did I get? Oh, I think... Okay, so the door over here doesn't open, right? The front door is locked from inside. I can... Oh, no, that's the front door. Never mind. Oh, okay, no, wait. I found the crowbar, so I can go downstairs and I can break down the divider that I set up before. See what that does. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall and smashed a hole in it. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Don't look. Don't look at what? Why is that in my house? Oh no. Don't look. Blood. There's blood in here. A filthy-looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. And after all the searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Wrapped within the filthy rags, pale and still, was Rachel. She was covered in fading bruises and what looked like cuts. Her chest was a horrible mess of blood and dirt, and I couldn't bear to look at it. The knife in my boot, the gun in my pocket, were they the tools of her murder? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. That is unbelievably sad. Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find some place to go. That is actually unbelievably sad. This was the old photo of that other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. I recalled his faded remains. What had he done in there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? Yes, he has to be. He has to be connected one way or another. Definitely. Those tunnels, the odd tools in his house, and the remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. That is for sure. Can I leave my house yet? I can go outside. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm only on the second floor. It was the letter I had taken from the post box. Who had it out for Norman? Who sent him that letter? It was myself! It was you, buffoon. It must have been someone from the neighborhood, or at least somebody wanted it to look that way. I wasn't sure what to think. Did Norman murder Rachel? I don't think he did. No way, Norman had ended up dead himself. Whoever sent him that letter must have gotten to him. It's not Norman. I trust Norman. With all my heart, I always have. Ever since I first learned his name. Couldn't leave, not until I had thought about this some more. I need answers. You need answers. Well, you're gonna have to get answers in the next episode because that's all the time that I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching the second episode of Home by Benjamin Rivers. Benjamin Rivers, I want to personally thank you for creating this game because I have missed these pixelized RPGs so much, and seeing this on the PlayStation Store made me so happy, and so far I am enjoying the game a lot. This is my favorite kind of horror game. This is my favorite style, the pixelated RPG, where it more messes with your mind. It makes you ask a lot of questions, want to learn more about the mythology and the story and everything about it. So I'm loving this so far, and I hope all of you are as well. We're going to find out more answers about Rachel's murder next episode, which, let me know who you think it is, because so far I actually think it is myself. That is my leading theory. But for now, I will see all of you in the next video. Bye.